Remember, Barney, when you were a child, you'd take out your G.I. Joe, or with you, maybe Barbie, and how you wanted to have all the accessories.
Well, my mother wouldn't buy me any accessories.
For which one, G.I. Joe or Barbie?
Neither one.
Well, poor you. But I guess that explains a lot. Anyhow, Barney, you just wanted to have everything so you could really enjoy playing with your dead plastic pal. Only your mother was a bitch, so you couldn't. But now you're all grown up. So, Barney, now what can you do? How can you replace those lost, not-so-great childhood memories of joyless fun?
I just eat a burger.
Yes, and it looks like you're very good at that. Only now, you could do something else too, because Barney, you'll soon have your new dead buddy. I'm sure, Barney, you've been pondering the thought ever since you got the idea of bringing back that dead little gray bag of pus, Hal. Perhaps even wringing your hands over the idea, thinking, can I dress up my zombie guy, Hal, in some cute little outfit? Well, Barney, I have the answer you've been waiting to hear, which is, of course you can. That's one of the funnest things to do with your dead little pal. Just use your imagination in this department.
I really don't have any imagination.
Come on, Barney, this from a magical-loving idiot like you. You're kidding me, right? You must have some.
I just don't think I do.
Never mind. I guess that's why I'm here. No, really, there's no need to apologize. Why should you be of any help? I mean, Barney, isn't that why you got this book? So you could avoid having to do any real thinking. Try not to be such a helpless tool by always trying to put as little effort as possible into every endeavor you undertake. Barney, certainly by now you must realize it's the sole reason why you've never completed any single project you've ever started in the past. Have you forgotten the I'm going to fix the leaky sink debacle? No one else has either. How'd you know about that? Well, I thought you would have figured it out by now.
You're a god?
No, Barney. I'm not God. For God's sakes, try a little lower.
You're the clouds.
No, not the clouds. Try even lower. Like far below.
Well, how far?
Never mind. Just forget it. Let's just say I'm possibly God. Satisfied? Anyhow, I'm going to give you some good ideas to start with. So, Barney, don't worry. Just don't be afraid to try out various different looks. And yes, I do mean on your dead friend Hal, not you. At any rate, I would just recommend you try something, Barney. Don't just let that little pus-filled guy simply wear some blood-stained clothes. Show Hal some love, just like your wife did when she was screwing him. Sorry, Barney, I know it hurts, but that's love for you. Anyway, try getting Hal a new sports coat.
Or should I spend a lot of money?
No, Barney, you don't have to spend lots of money either. It's perfectly fine to shop at Goodwill. Especially, Barney, since it appears that not only do you have no imagination, but class either. But hey, would it kill you to shop at, say, Neiman Marcus? I mean, Barney, Hal is your lovable little douchebag of a best friend and dead dude, so maybe you make an exception this time. Try to give your dead little pal some self-esteem and pride by not being such a stingy fuck. Go out and get some nice, clean, dare I say, new clothes for Hal to wear. I mean, really, Barney, did your mother let you run around in bloody rags all the time, or what?
Well, if you're God, you should know.
Ah, okay, yes, if I were God, I'd already know what clothes you wore. But really, it was just a rhetorical question. Besides, I did only say that I might possibly be God. Now, can we just stick to the very real, tangible, and down-to-earth topic at hand? You know, the very serious subject of pet zombie care. I really hope to hell we can. Now, Barney, during the day, you don't really need anything special. Just a clean pair of jeans and a shirt will do. For nighttime wear, I would suggest some nice warm pajamas to keep your dead pal comfy and warm at night.
The zombies really get cold?
Now, Barney, zombies don't really get cold, but it's your lovable little dead dude Hal, so have some heart, and don't forget the slippers. Now, here's the really important part. In fact, it's so important, I would suggest you write it down.
I'll do it with my wand pen.
Yes, Barney, yet another chance to use your silly, non-magical wand pen for producing the only magic it's really capable of, which is writing. Aren't you lucky? So, once you've assembled your dead guy's entire wardrobe, send it all to me.
Why should I do that?
Well, because of what we touched on earlier, that I might possibly be God, and I need to, perhaps check for quality control.
Be Jesus, that's why.
Yes, Barney, that really is why. So make sure that everything is in my size, so that I can, be sure it conforms to, zombie regulations.
But, how will the clothes fit Hal if they're all in your size?
Barney, do what you do best, and don't think so much. I mean, how else can I check to see if they conform to zombie regulations?
I'm starting to think you're just making this up.
What, Barney? Now, why the hell would I do that? Try not to question anything that I ask of you. Because after all, Barney, I might possibly be God. So, have a little faith and send anything and everything you buy for your pal, the dead guy Hal, to me. Then I can be sure it conforms to very strict zombie regulations. As you should know, Barney, anything that doesn't is punishable by law. I'm almost certain of it. Also, the Asshat Association can revoke your award because they have a good conduct clause. So don't jeopardize that either.
Is that true?
Yes, Barney, it's true. So just send everything to me, your possible God, and be sure it's in my size so that I can help you and your best buddy Hal, the dead guy, have a happy life. Okay, Barney, now that we've gotten past the really important part of this topic, let's talk about what you might get Hal to wear if going out to a friend's place for a big party or a formal gathering. Here, you might want to think about how you can really make your little dead dude Hal shine. Remember, Barney, when you're taking your dead dude out for a night out on the town, it's important that you make a good impression, because I'm guessing at this point in your social life, you can't afford not to. So don't let your dead chum reflect badly on you. And don't be afraid to go all out. While you're at it, Barney, you might want to work on your own appearance too. Maybe start by wiping those hamburger crumbs off your shirt occasionally. Try out some expensive stylish clothes. Maybe some catching eyewear, like some cool sunglasses, or even throw on some gold chains. Add a little bling to complete the image. Okay, Barney, I know what you're thinking. I said that you don't have to spend lots of money, and really you don't. Just use my tried and true method of procuring items. Of course, as you know by now, I am most certainly not suggesting that you steal anything. Just procure what you need.
Then I'll send everything to you.
Yes, of course, Barney. I need you to send everything to me first. I thought we already went over this. Again, Barney, just use your imagination. Yeah, right. What am I saying? You don't have any. Just know that zombies are not bashful, or self-conscious, or conscious at all. I mean, really, There's no consciousness whatsoever. Are you listening to me, Barney, or just zoning out like your dead pal would do?
Well, I was just thinking of eating another burger.
Ah, I see, Barney. As usual, your mind wanders to the unimportant. Anyway, as I was going to say, you can't really make a mistake and embarrass your dead friend. You know, the other mindless dummy.
Oh, then this should be really easy. I'm glad to know I can't make any mistakes.
Yeah, well, sorry, Barney. Let me clarify. You can make a mistake, and more than likely will, but you'll only end up embarrassing yourself. Is that more clear now? I hope so. Anyhow, Barney, one surefire way to get positive results and to make your little dead dude Hal the belle of the ball is to use the old cross-dresser trick. It's always a great icebreaker, and it will definitely get some attention. Try a dress on your dead buddy Hal. It's a great icebreaker, especially for fun, informal parties where you really want to make a splash. Look who I brought with me. Remember Hal? Now he's become my dead pet zombie guy. But I bet you never knew Hal was transgender. Your host will love you, and it's sure to bring a big laugh from everyone, except from Hal. Who knows? Maybe Hal really was.
Well, if you go, then you should know.
All right, sure, Barney. If I really was God, I would already know if Zombie Hal was transgender before he became a zombie. So what? Anyhow, Barney, again, I only said I might possibly be God, but let's just say maybe I'm not, just to put an end to this endless speculation. Barney, one last thing I need to cover is that at first, zombies can be cute and cuddly, but over time they will decay more and more and lose that cute little look they had. So you'll have to take some measures to counteract this.
You mean I'll need some magical measuring tape?
For God's sakes, no. Again, Barney, your mind leaps to the absurdity of magic. What I mean is, you'll need to do something to keep them looking their best and a lot less repulsive.
Well, how can I keep him looking his best?
Well, Barney, the answer is quite simple. Use makeup. You see, a long time ago, ugly witches discovered...
When was this?
I don't have an exact date. Come on, Barney, just look it up on the internet. Anyhow, these ugly witches discovered how it's possible to take a ravaging, hideous face and transform it into a thing of beauty, all through the magic of makeup.
Is makeup magical?
Sure, whatever. We'll go with that. Makeup has magical properties. Now you can use the same magic, Barney, on your hideous but lovable dead dude Hal. Try some magical makeup on your little dead dude Hal to give him back that sweet, lovable undead look. Simply apply some foundation, then add some blush to restore some color back into Hal's pale, lifeless face. You can also sparingly use some lipstick. Just don't go overboard, Barney, unless it's for the cross-dresser trick. Once you've finished applying the magical makeup, you might want to pop in some contact lenses to add that final touch. By the way, Barney, contact lenses can also be used to counteract your dead little guy's mesmerizing gaze. Lastly, Barney, I would highly recommend you invest some time consulting either a book or online for some tips. On magic. No, not on magic, but on how to apply makeup. You know, that thing we just talked about. Get some beauty tips that can really make your dead friend Hal look cute and cuddly.
Will that make my wife want to sleep with him again?
I don't know, maybe. I mean, she has done worse, like marrying you. So who knows what she's capable of. Really, Barney, I wouldn't worry about your wife and your dead buddy Hal, because she's pretty booked up as it is.
I don't understand what you mean.
I mean, Barney, get used to sleeping alone, with only your magical wand pen to play with. Anyway, Barney, forget about your loveless marriage. The bottom line is, proper grooming is key, and no, not a magical key. So remember, dress up your dead dude Hal in some nice clothes. Also, try to make your best undead friend Hal look fresh and alive by using makeup. Of course, don't forget to send everything to me first. Again, it's all about making your little dead dude Hal feel good about himself. So try making him look like a stud. Sadly, something you'll never be.